y'all are doing great through the Spirit. I hope that you are feeling abundance. I hope that the sun is blessing you despite what the weather may be looking like. But yeah, let's get into this word, because I always got a word for y'all. And most importantly, it'd be a word for me. So that's why I always say we growing together on this channel. Okay.
It's Kate the Great, Kate the Conqueror, doing whatever to get through obstacles. She got a pocket full of love, some faith in a hug, and a little bit more than an ounce of dope. Kate the Great, Kate the Conqueror, doing whatever to get through obstacles. She got a pocket full of love, some faith in a hug, and a little bit more than an ounce of dope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kate never had to be anything but herself. Great, brought the dopeness with a new YouTube feel. In front of the camera, you know that she keep it real.
So we're going to talk about the topic of re-understanding God's love language. This is very important because sometimes we get caught up in this life. We get caught up in the things that we be doing for others, for ourselves, and just living sometimes. And we just be such on a straight and narrow path, we forget to re-understand God's love language and what that is and what that looks like, and the importance of reconnecting with Him daily, weekly, monthly, and all those kind of things, just to jump back into it with Him. One of God's love languages is personal time. I say personal time because you think about your relationship with anybody else and how intimate and important that is to you, and think about most of the times they are connecting is through personal time. So if you're so distracted within your daily life and within everything you got going on, and you're not making time, no personal time with Him, of course that connection is not going to be there. Of course you're not going to be able to hear Him as much as you want to hear Him. Personal time with God looks like prayer, meditating, and journaling. You have to be able to take time out of your life to make time with Him, because how you gonna win when you ain't right within? Another way to re-understand God's love language is through loving others. You may question, how is that, Kate? Because the way we treat others is just showing how we treat God. So that's why it's important how you're treating the people around you, because it's universal law that what goes around comes around. It don't matter how somebody else treated you or what they may be having going on. People project all the time, you know what I'm saying? Misery loves company. So it's just really important to understand that how we treat others is a reflection of how we treat God. That's straight up. We need to be practicing kindness daily. If you didn't be kind to somebody today, I need you to go ahead and be kind to somebody today, because it's good for you. You kind of uplift when you over here sharing the love. Like, sharing the love is so important and it's so vital within your growth of loving God and being a child upon Him. We have to be kind. We are kind-hearted people, despite however people be mean. And guess what? There's so many mean people in the world. Why would you want to add on to it? Be different and be kind. Another way of loving others is practicing being gentle too. Just not always having to be a roughneck, always having to play around and things like that. Be gentle, be loving, be kind. It's not hard. I don't see why we're making it such a task, but it's not hard. It's literally easy to do so. Listening to others when they need somebody to talk to, as long as you're in the right headspace, you know what I'm saying? Listening to others, because half of the time people may be talking to you or telling you something or being vulnerable with you because they don't have anybody to be vulnerable with. So don't take that for granted, and just be thankful that somebody is being vulnerable with you, And last but not least, but being a pal. You could be a pal by anything I just listed, but those are parts of loving others, of how you could show and exemplify that within your daily life, so that you could re-understand God's love language. He's such a gentle and loving God that He loves when we're loving to one another. All this other stuff, F you, F that, just people being rude to one another, that's not of Him. That's not what He asked of us. So he just sincerely loves when we're loving to one another. We just have to choose love We have to choose kindness. We have to choose gentleness. We have to choose the fruits of the Spirit. Because it's important. It's important for not only for your growth, but so you could be a domino effect to this world. Because obviously the world needs it. So let's stand out and be great people upon one another. It's exhausting to be mean anyway. Another way of re-understanding God's love language is through servitude. Servitude is important because us as all people are called to do service and to be in servitude. People kind of have the mindset that they grind so hard, that they want to grind just to get the servitude that they deserve. But in reality, we all are called to servitude. If Hamashiach, in which the world called Jesus Christ, our Savior, if he was in servitude, he was washing his followers' feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was able to be humble enough to commit servitude, who are you? You could do the same. To have servitude, to commit servitude is such an important factor. Servitude also looks like having that childlike heart, just being willing and able to do things in which we are able to do and called to do, you know. Sometimes we just gotta commit ourselves and sacrifice ourselves in order to commit a servitude. So, you know, in conclusion, re-understanding God's love language is looking like committing to servitude sometimes. It may not be something you want to do, but it's the reward you're going to reap at the end for the long suffering. Last but not least, but words of affirmation, telling somebody how much you appreciate them, telling somebody some positive words about them. It's so important that we share love, y'all. We can't be hateful people. We're not hateful people. So share the love, spread the love, be a great person, and that's how you're going to reconnect into God's heart. When you sow your servitude, your love, your gratitude, and all that onto people, and just being kind-hearted. It's going to take you a long way. I am Kate the Great. Thanks for sitting with me and hanging out, listening to the words that I have to say. I hope that you guys re-understand God's love language within the ways that I suggested. Please share the video if you like. If you don't, that's fine too. Go ahead and like it. And talk to me in the comments if you want. But I'm not pressuring you to do anything, because I don't pressure people. But have a beautiful day. Shalom. Peace.
It's Kate the Great, Kate the Conqueror, doing whatever to get through obstacles. She got a pocket full of love, some faith in a hug, and a little bit more than an ounce of dope. Kate the Great, Kate the Conqueror, doing whatever to get through obstacles. She got a pocket full of love, some faith in a hug, and a little bit more than an ounce of dope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7